Whitey Bulger's years of mayhem stretched from at least 1973 to 1985, a period when the Irish-American crime boss led the Winter Hill Gang in a neighborhood of Somerville, northwest of Boston. His victims included a rival Boston tough, Paul McGonigal, who disappeared in 1974. McGonigal's remains were found in 2000 in a shallow grave near a river. Decades later, after Whitey's capture, and during his trial, a witness testified that Bulger used to drive past the site and say, "Drink up, Paulie." Bulger wasn't just a crime boss. He was also an FBI informant who played a key part in the downfall of his federal handler. Elements of Bulger's story are woven throughout the 2006 Best Picture winner, The Departed. From the 1970s through the 90s, Bulger cooperated with police and the feds, feeding information about members of an Italian-American crime family in Providence in a deal that protected him from prosecution. He ultimately fled Boston in 1994 after his FBI handler, John Connolly, warned him about a pending federal indictment. Connolly was charged with obstruction of justice for warning Bulger and received a 10-year sentence. Bulger's criminal career contrasted starkly with that of his brother, William, who rose to become president of the Massachusetts Senate and was later selected to head the state's public university system. William Bulger in 2003 was forced out of his $356,000 University of Massachusetts job by then Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney for failing to aid in an investigation of his fugitive sibling. Whitey Bulger spent 16 years on the run alongside his longtime girlfriend, Catherine Gregg. They were finally arrested in 2011 in Santa Monica, California, where they had been living under the guise of mellow retirees. Gregg went to trial in 2012, a year before Whitey. She pleaded guilty to conspiracy charges related to harboring a fugitive and identity fraud, and was sentenced to 8 years in federal prison. Unlike many of the mobster's associates, Gregg never turned on Whitey. Sources say that most recently, she was living with members of his family. In November 2013, Bulger was sentenced to 2 life terms, plus 5 years as the orchestrator of a criminal enterprise that U.S. District Court Judge Denise Casper called unfathomable. He was 84 at the time and served much of the next 5 years at a prison in Sumterville, Florida, before his transfer to West Virginia.